Alright, hello. So we're getting ready here to start. Let me grab, let's see what I want to do. I want to grab an actual flight, so I'm going to grab, I need different flights here. Let me see, I grabbed the wrong link. Probably this, there it is. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just probably leave LaGuardia. Let's look at live flights right now, if I can get them to go here. So did some flying IRL today. That was nice. Hello, Alistair. How are you? How are you? Get noise canceling on. Alright, let's go over some flight planning here. So we got Lagabage to Epley Field, which I don't know where Epley is. I don't know Epley. Oh, it's Omaha. Okay, it's Omaha, Nebraska. I should have been able to tell that. That is Nebraska. What's the weather? Yeah, south. That's about right for this time of year. Florida. I got Lit. Where the hell is that? Have I been to Lit? I don't think I have. Ooh, that's right in the shit, too. Where is that? Little Rock, Arkansas. I've not been to Little Rock. I've been to XNA. Never Little Rock. Des Moines. I've been to Des Moines. I've been to Kansas City, Missouri. I've been to Indy. I've been to Norfolk, I believe. Dulles. I've never been to... well, I've never flown personally into Dulles. I have been into Dulles. Let's see. I gotta see. I got new rudder pedals, so I gotta try those out, get those set up. Let me actually move my footrest, and that's where the rudder pedals can go for now. There we go. Excellent. All right, good. So I can slide a little bit. All right, so let's see. What else we got, LaGuardia? St. Louis is a flight. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. I've been there many a times. That's a reasonable flight. We could do that. McGee Tyson. Where is that? Is that Tennessee? I can't tell. Is that Tennessee? I don't know. Is that Tennessee? It's got to be Tennessee, I think. Let's see. Toronto. I like Toronto. That's not my number one thought so far. C, W Yankee Zulu. Dayton. I don't want to go to Ohio. Because why would you? Let's see. Probably go to Toronto. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's go to Toronto. Go LaGuardia to Toronto. So we can find the flight there. Dayton. Yeah, probably on the previous page here. Previous 20. Previous 20. All right, LaGuardia to Toronto. Come on, right there. 5019. All right, so that's the one we'll plan for. So let's go ahead and start planning here. Toronto knows how to de-ice an airplane. All right, so they're leaving off of gate 95 out of LaGuardia, as will we. All right, and they're going into Bravo 7 Foxtrot. And no matter how many times I put it in, it still fucks it up. Bravo 7 Fox. Okay. They don't do that. Let me see. It's over here anyways. Let me see. I should be able to grab. Let's go to right to AirNav. I should be able to probably pick it up off AirNav. Yo, Canada. All right, let's see. There's no... What? Why is... Where are they all the fucking approaches? You got no approaches in here? That might change my plan here. I've got no approaches, and I don't want to have to pull something else. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Alright, it's probably just doing US shit. Where's the other place I was thinking of going? Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Let's go there. Let us go to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. That's the Delta hub at Cincinnati. We'll go there. Alright, yeah, it's this one here. Let's give it a look. Let's see. Hour 22 minutes, not bad. Alright, we'll do that. Come on, game. Unbullshit yourself so I can move. Thank you. Alright, taking off gate 76. Out of the gobs. 76. What? What gate? Yeah, I don't... That's not how this works. Oh, I doubt they're... Why would they be with a... Yeah. I'm just gonna take off over here. Screw it, I don't give a shit. Alright, we'll take off out of there. And we'll go to Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Baltimore. There it is. There it is. Alright. And where is that? Bravo 21 is the inn on that. See, like, sometimes they'll do, like, the gates are so fucked up here. It doesn't matter. The game's gonna tell me to go to some, whatever gate it wants anyway. That's how it likes to do it. What are they planned at? Let's see. They are planned at... They don't have a plan. Altitude yet. Alright. Hour 15. Let's plan for 3-5. Well, where are we going? West? 360. 360. Alright, that will be that. Departure LaGuards 7. Tigger 4. Alright, we'll write those down. Yeah. So apparently AirNav's not doing Canadian approaches here, so that's not good. LGA LaGuards 7 off of runway 4. And we have the Tigger 4, TIG, RR4 off runway onto runway 9. We'll let them pick our approach. I'll pick an ILS probably, and they'll give me something else. I'll change it. All right, let's go to customization. We want to be, what's the flight number? Come on, scroll properly, game. Bullshit. Let's see, 4935. All right, 4935, that's good. Weight balance, let's go with 50% fuel. I gotta look at that, but let's play with it. I gotta see. I gotta get the cone in there. That should be, that's plenty. We got a little bit of weather out that way, so IFR alternate. If you are going into an airport, 1 hour before, 1 hour after planned arrival, you have to have a 2,000-foot ceiling and 3 statute miles visibility. So if you have that, you do not need an alternate. So we should not need the alternate. And then we'd have certain conditions for the alternate. I won't go through all that more, everybody. All right, there's 9 right there. That's a weird... It's a weird end on that, but we'll end up joining the final approach fix. That's all fine. We're just going to run with that. Let's go ahead and fly it. I got to set up the rudder pedals, but we'll do that when I get the plane. Get this loading. All right, let's go to LaGuardia. All right, so here's LaGuards. Lagaba 7. Done this many a time. Recently, too. Alright, to be taking off runway 4, going this direction. Likely because we're heading towards the south. We actually had pretty west on this. People don't understand we have a 23-degree angle on the Earth, so it's actually pretty west on this. So we're going to probably do the Bronx climb out of there. So we'll plan that. Alright, let's get moving here. Jesus Christ, can we get the cursor on the right screen? Thanks. Alright, let's get display cap off. Let's go ahead. I got to grab all my checks here. Where did I move those to somewhere else? Quick reference guides up. We'll do a origination checklist. We'll do cold and dark here. All right. Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit here. All right. Go to aircraft. Let's go cold and dark. Let's go open, 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 open. In place. Brakes off. All right. First thing we're going to do, circuit breakers are closed, nose wheel steering's off, hydraulics are off, landing gear is down, flight spoilers set to 0, slats flaps are 0, radars off, ADG manuals, ADG is stowed, emergency flap switch is normal, battery switch is coming on. Alright, battery switch is coming on. Should be able to get some lighting going here. Stand by, I'm going to get out of track IR. Alright, there we go. Makes it challenging to do it with track IR on. We do have our dome light on. I think this is... Yep, that's lights. I'm not going to be able to get overhead panel likely until I get powered up. So, all right, that's good. Fire test we have to run before we start the APU. Fire test is okay. That's good. All right, we're going to go ahead to the electrics page. We'll actually do this right this time. You want to come to the electrics page. You want to go to the DC page. You want to check here. We need at least 22 volts before we can start the APU. Otherwise, we have to plug in. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, we're good. We're going to go ahead and want to open the door. I need that. APU and byte, SOV valve open, doors open, and we shall crank. Cranking up poo. There it goes right there. All right. All right, clear master caution, master warnings. All right. Yeah, Earth's flat too, right? Our APU is almost up and running here, and then we can get moving. Gotta wait for the APU for a lot of the stuff. All right, we're up and running here. We're gonna go. Oh, let's go ahead and we'll go AC, DC, hydraulics, 3A. 3A is feeding back to status page, IRS. I'm just gonna do this now because I like it to do it now. All right, and then let's go ahead and get some. Let's get some lighting in here so I can see what I'm working with. Let's go ahead and put on the packs. And recirc fan. Get the AC moving in here. Flight attendant would already be grouching at the seatbelt sign's not on. They used to reach in there and try to grab and at the switch themselves. Like, stay out of there. Alright, LaGuardia. CVG? C. Charlie Victor Golf. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty... Charlie Victor Golf. Yep, that's correct. That's a big Delta hub out of there. All right, I'll let it update the runway when I put in the departures on there. No alternate. All right, that's good. Let's see. Get the performance going here. Perf. Let's go 70. 10 454. 10 454. Right. All right, that's all in there. Cruise altitude is going to be flight level 3660. All right, that's good. 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 I'm not going to put an estimated time of departure. VNAV setup, that's all good, good, good. All right, departure arrival. Taking off of likely runway 4. I'm going to go ahead and just grab the ATIS while we're here.
LaGuardia Airport information, Kilo 2300
Kilo.
Zulu. Wind 173 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 23. 2.10. Altimeter 30.18.
3018.
runway 22 in use. Landing and departing runway 4. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Kilo. LaGuardia Airport information Kilo 2300 Zulu.
See over there.
Wind 17 tree at 8. Visibility 10.
All right, so they're using runway 4. Grab clearance here.
Clearance delivery Endeavor for 935 IFR to Cincinnati, ready to copy.
Endeavor 4935 is cleared to Cincinnati Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 4, climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.4 squawk 060 tree.
0603. 0603, okay.
Endeavor 4935 cleared to Cincinnati Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 4, climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 120 for squawk 060 tree.
Endeavor 4935, read that correct. Contact ground on 127.675. Good day.
Alright, what are we running in here? Tigger 3, alright, that's in, and then, do vectors a J-Dop. Let's do vectors, I'll change it if need be. Alright, that's in. Alright, let's fix the legs here. Runway heading 044 up to 500, and then, we'll probably, trying to see what the left turn on course, I think is what it is. Let's just go ahead and, no, don't want to do that. Let's clear that out. Let's go ahead and get this in there. All right, and then, so there's a left turn out, and then we're going to, what's our next point? Let's at least have something intermediary, Loman. And then likely it's 40. 52 is pretty far north. So you see it's 40 is right next to it. So that's 40. Okay, so 40. All right, then Kofax. Kofax. Isn't sunny probably. Then Myroy. After Myroy, JST. Juliet Sierra Tango. Likely again 40. What we'll do is we'll click on it. 40, 19. 40, 19. Verify it. After JST, we're going to Avir. Avir. To Savvy. I had to do some partial panel today with instruments missing. It was fun. Upset. Add to SAVVI. SAVVI. It doesn't have it in the database. It's probably new, so I'll just put in UCATs. Hopefully that's there. Kind of need UCATs. UCATs. Yeah, UCATs. Bauer. Bauer right there. Orly. That's just because my database is out of date, and I don't want to pay $9 to update it. So, Heedy. Oh, stop. Heedy, and then Jarso. After Jarso, Tigger. So that's good there. All right, execute that. That's all in. All right, flight plans in. That's all good. All right, let's continue knocking stuff off the list here. All right, IRS nav, emergency equipment check, gear pins, airplane document check, hydraulics free A is good, FMS initialization, cabin inspection, walk around are complete. Internal and external pre-flight checks complete. Let's look at the upper panels. Let's just clear out the upper panels as we're going here. All right, let's go ahead. All right, that's all good there. All right, and then I'll go through it as we go. Let's see, pedal seat and harness, adjust crew action mesh set, audio warning panel set, electrical power panel, fire detection has been complete, external lights panels check, fuel panel, bleed air panels check, APU panels check, star panels check, hydraulic panel check, ELT arm reset, and emergency lights are arm. Let's see, cabin pressure check, air conditioning panel. I'm just going to go ahead and put in 20 feet for LaGuardia because we have to come back. Ice detectors test, we're not going to worry about. Windshield switch is low. Emergency lights are armed. Standby compass is checked. I'm not going to bother with stall test. Nose wheel steering is off. Clock set. EFIS control panel check. Instrument panel check. ICAST standby instruments check. Anti-skid test, we're not going to bother. Or the overheat. Up pedestal, thrust, lever, quadrant are both checked. All right, that's good. All right, avionics check trims. Let's get trim in there. It's time for that. That's 7.8, so we're going to go ahead to flight controls. We're going to put in 7.8. There's 7.8, and it's in the green. Let's see. Yacht ampers engage. Source panel select normal. Lower pedestal is checked. Passenger signs on. Land elevation is set. Boost pumps, I just turned them on. Altimeters are set. FMS iris set. Radios, nav set for departure. Takeoff briefing. I'll be taking off runway 4. We're going to be going runway heading up, turning left. We're going to be going up to 9,000 feet. I think left turn's 500. No, it's got to be beyond that. I'm not sure how they have us having us do this turn. But if we have a failure before 80 knots, we'll stop on the runway. After 80 knots, only for engine fire failure. After V1, we're going to be coming back for likely, what are they landing? 2-2? We'll come back for any of the other available runways. Might come all the way back for 4. 4 is kind of hairy. I don't like coming in 4 with a single engine, but I'll probably pick the crossing runway for that, just so that we're not coming over houses with 1 engine. Takeoff briefing's complete. APU, AC electrics on board, check papers on board. Takeoff data is set. All right, we're good to close up and get moving here. So let's go ahead and go to the aircraft. Let's start closing doors. Go to the doors page.
All passengers are aboard.
Doors are all green. All right, beacon is coming on. Fuel pumps are already on. I already put them on and left them on. Hydraulic pumps are going to be auto on. And parking brake is going to come off as we push. Let's go ahead and push.
Clearance delivery Brickyard 5681 Heavy IFR to Columbus, ready to copy.
He's back just in time for push.
Brickyard 5681
I got to do this here. Let's do this real quick. I got to set up my controls here. So let's go. Let's see. Here's the rudder pedals. Gorgeous. All right, good. Flight control surfaces. Primary flight controls. Rudder axis. All right. I'm gonna have to put something under these rudder pedals just to make them a little stickier to the ground here. All right, and then brakes. Good. It's already in there. So there's right. There's. All right, good. Perfect. So we got brakes and yaw. Perfect. It was already set up. Excellent. We enjoyed that.
Columbus Airport as filed.
Oh.
Take off runway 4,
Track
climb
IR.
and maintain 11,000
Kick track
feet.
IR back on. Okay.
Departure frequency is 132.7.
Ground Endeavor 49er35 requesting
I
pushback.
had that off. Okay.
Endeavor 49er35, pushback request accepted.
Yeah, I think rudder pedals are going to be good. It was kind of sucky before.
5681 Heavy requesting pushback.
Brickyard does not have any
Brickyard
heavies.
5681 Heavy pushback request accepted.
We had electric flaps in the Embraer 145. I could put the flaps down before I had the engine started. Can't do that in this airplane because they're hydraulic flaps. So you need to, I believe they're hydraulic flaps in this. Yeah, it should be in hydraulic flaps. I'll have to look. It says what system each hydraulic system runs. I'll go through the hydraulics and check them in a second here. You gonna push me, or are we gonna sit here all day like a bunch? Oh, the chocks are in. There we go. Chocks are in. That's why. Okay, that was my fault. Not that I would be pulling chocks. They would be doing it, but whatever.
Ground Endeavor 49er35 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right.
Endeavor 49er35, your request has been transmitted to the operator. Ground Brickyard 5681 Heavy requesting the end of pushback. Brickyard 5681
Come on, stop
Heavy
talking
request
so I can get him to
pushback
stop.
received.
See, this is a problem.
Ground Endeavor 49er35 requesting the end of
I
pushback.
think I can just slam the brake on, probably, but...
Endeavor 49er35 request to end pushback received. Ground Brickyard 5681
Alright, engine
Heavy
1 is up,
ready to
spooling
taxi
2.
IFR. Brickyard 5681 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 4 via taxiway Zulu Bravo.
Alright, heading's gonna go to 044.
of the drop in cabin pressure.
I'm gonna go ahead to performance. We're gonna go set all my V speeds.
If there is smoke in the cabin,
Checklist.
Hold short runway
I should be
4 via
watching this
taxiway
engine
Zulu
here.
Bravo, Brickyard 5681 Heavy.
which are located here and here.
Alright, that's
In
going.
case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position.
I would not be like ignoring the engine start like I am right now.
With your hands over your head.
But
We would also like to remind
two,
you
you'd
that
be
you
watching
turn
it.
off
You gotta
all
watch for
electronic
fires and
devices.
hung start and a bunch of other stuff. You don't do anything else. You pretty much just watch that engine spool up, make sure it's coming alright. And then I gotta go to runway update here. That engine's up. Let's see. Legs. Runway update. I gotta update the runway. Alright, so let's go ahead and check the electrics. That's engine 2 is up and running. 1 and 2, electric AC and DC. Hydraulics. Hydraulics. You can see each system that's run here. So rudder, elevator, left aileron, spoiler. So maybe they are electric flaps. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Flaps are going set for takeoff there. Yeah, they could just be electric jack screws. Alright, APU's coming off. APU doors closing. Alright. Taxi lights on.
Ground Endeavor 49er35 with
I gotta
Kilo
get
ready
lights
to taxi
ready here.
IFR.
Endeavor 49er35 taxi to and hold short of runway 4 via taxiway Zulu Bravo. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Alright, nose steering's on.
Taxi to and hold short runway 4 via taxiway Zulu Bravo
Zulu
Endeavor
Bravo to
49er35.
Okay. I gotta get some of this, still got too much flood going on in here. And then definitely you can be shut off here. Dome light. There we go. Alright. Brakes off. Brakes off. Alright, here we go. Try out the new rudder pedals. I gotta turn on track IR. Alright, there we go. Oh, shit. Yep. Make sure I'm not pushing the brakes. They're a little bit slippery. I might have to push them, put something under them. I'll do that when we get in the air. I hope those guys are taking off. I hope that's not them coming in the opposite end of 4 in a 2-2. Are they landing on 2-2 at the same time they're taking off of 2-2? What the fuck is the game doing? That's bullshit, man. I hate that. I really do. Yeah, it looks like they're coming in on 2-2. I hope that's departures. I can't tell. Looks like it's arrivals, though. You actually wouldn't be steering with your feet right. Yeah, they're landing on 2-2. What the fuck, man? See, they're landing this way, and they're also landing on 2-2. That doesn't make any sense. And also have me take off on 4. All right. Here's the tiller. That's what you'd be steering with as the captain. There's no tiller on the right side. That's why the captain usually taxis on the ground. You can steer with the rudders, but you don't have as much angle. So, all right, let's get ready for all the stuff we need to do here. All right, thrust reversers are armed. I'm going to go to the flight controls page here. All right, rudder check. All right, flight controls, free correct, and the trim is set for takeoff. Should have takeoff config okay. We do right there. Rest are passenger signs, and I can't remember what the other two are. Just steering around here. First time I bought rudder pedals, I usually just go with those.
5681 Heavy hold position caution. The Cessna Skyhawk on the runway.
What is, yeah, they have us going to 4. Doesn't make any sense to me that we're taking off of 4, but that's what the ADA said too. I don't know, man.
Hold position, Brickyard 5681 Heavy.
Brickyard doesn't have any heavies because they have region jets. In a dead zone in the music too. Like, once you're rolling, like, I haven't pushed the thrust up in a long time. Just pretty much coast. You know, you've got ambient thrust just from idle thrust. It's idle thrust, what it's called, but it's idle thrust just from your engine's spin. I don't know if they're probably still taxiing out on one engine, but I want to do it in game. And we got some traffic being slow up here. A lot of traffic out there. Check Alistair's commentary. Oh shit, I left my coffee. Just quiet, yeah. I don't know what they're doing. They're like landing every runway, like a bunch of fools. Could you possibly taxi here, guys? I can't tell if the parallel's up here or no, that's the runway. This is Bravo. I can't figure out what the fuck they're doing. I can taxi through them too. If I get close to them, they just disappear. Here, let's do this.
Brickyard 5681 Heavy, continue taxi.
Okay, he did hold him. Okay, I don't know why he held him. He held him. We're moving again. Of course, you don't taxi them in real life, but I assume it's, you know, IRL. I assume they're busy doing something. There's a reason. Here, I don't. But some sort of sticky to get this rudders. I actually just used the mat from my footrest.
Heavy requesting pushback. Southwest 4440 Heavy pushback request accepted.
Alright, getting it dark in here for takeoff. Alright, let's do a before takeoff checklist. We'll do a taxi checklist. Slat flaps are set 8. Flight controls are checked. Trims are 7.8 in the green. Thrust reverser arm. Flight instruments are checked. Brake temperatures checked. We're good there. Fuel cross feed, I'm just going to go ahead and do now, so I don't have to do it on the roll. No point in getting too cozy up behind that Airbus because I got to wait for them to land anyway. Looks like a lot of those guys, they're all going to JFK.
Ground Southwest 4440 Heavy requesting the end of pushback. Southwest 4440 Heavy request to end pushback received.
Oh,
Ground Southwest
stand by.
4440 Heavy with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
I accidentally put it in reverse.
Southwest 4440 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 4 via taxiway Mike
If I push my thrust lever down too much, it triggers reverse.
7 when ready.
That's what happened there.
Taxiing hold short runway 4 via.
Make that quiet. See all the aircraft lined up? See the line there? That's what it looks like at night. It's really cool at night to see them all lined up. That's 1 minute apart. If the weather's bad, it's usually 2 minutes between each one. Oh, stop. There we go. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go Toga. Transponder. See if he'll give me a
Tower Endeavour
position.
49er Tree 5, ready for IFR departure runway 4.
Endeavour 49er Tree 5 hold short runway 4. Traffic is Airbus A20N on the runway.
Probably get somebody on arrival too.
Endeavour 49er Tree 5 line up and wait.
Wait, okay.
Brickyard 4711 Heavy go around.
Line up and wait Endeavour 49er tree 5.
Okay.
Going around Brickyard 4711
Alright,
heavy.
takeoff config's okay. Lights are set, transponder set. Toga is initiated.
20.05.
So, lights, fuel, crossflow, flight attendant, transponder,
Brickyard
CAS.
Flight 724 heavy, contact New York departure
Yeah, we'll
on
leave all the rest off. We're
127.05.
good.
Good day.
Fucking put it into reverse again. It's very touchy.
Goodbye. Endeavour 49er tree 5 altimeter tree 0.18 wind 17 tree at 8. Cleared for takeoff runway 4.
Cleared for takeoff runway for
Liberty
Endeavour
takeoff.
49er tree 5.
Thrust set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots.
Going to 120.05 Brickyard 4711 heavy.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Alright. Select speed. 200.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 contact New York departure on 120.4. Good day.
120 decimal for Endeavour 49er tree 5. Goodbye. New York departure Endeavour
Flaps coming up.
49er tree 5 is at 1,500 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 New York departure altimeter tree 0.18 radar contact continue.
Alright, we're gonna go in a climb. Climb. Alright, fuel crossflows auto, bleeds and APU are set, thrust reversers are off, and CAS is check set. Climb check is complete.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb
Track
and
IR
maintain
is coming off.
16,000 feet, Endeavour 49er tree 5.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 climb and maintain flight level 180.
180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 Endeavour 49er tree 5.
180. Don't know if I'd make my own turn here, but I think I'm gonna make the left turn. We'll go on course here. I think that's probably what they have you doing.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 contact Boston Center on 132 decimal tree.
323.
1 tree 2 decimal tree Endeavour 49er tree 5. Goodbye. Boston Center Endeavour 49er tree 5 is at 8,700 feet, climbing flight level 180.
Endeavour 49er tree 5 Boston Center altimeter tree 0.18 radar contact continue to Lawman. Endeavour 49er tree 5 contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day.
121.125 Endeavour 49er tree 5. Goodbye.
Traffic. Alright, we're on our way to Lawman now.
Southwest 4082 heavy traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at 12,600 feet Airbus A20N.
Alright, through 10.
Report them in sight.
Ding the flight attendant.
Southwest 4440 heavy traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at 12,900 feet Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Alright, set speed to
Southwest
250.
4082 heavy descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
New York Center Endeavour
Traffic.
49er tree 5 is at
Traffic.
11,500 feet, climbing flight level 180.
Traffic. I don't know what the yellow is.
Endeavor
Traffic.
49er35 New York Center altimeter.
That's where we just took off from.
30.18 radar
Score
contact
right there.
continued alignment. Southwest 4440 heavy traffic alert.
Southwest does not have any heavies.
12,400 feet Airbus A20 in. Report them in sight.
Where are you going, guy? Yeah, he's going away. Okay. I'm gonna put on traffic. I don't know how the traffic scope works in the sim.
Southwest 4440 heavy have the Airbus A20 in sight. Delta 707 heavy contact Boston Center on 1 tree 2 decimal tree. Good day. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet Southwest 4082 heavy. Southwest 4082 heavy have the Airbus A20 in sight.
Alright, so here's LaGuardia, and here's JFK. So you can see how close they are. This is why they have all these approaches and departures. Because that's how tight the airports are. And then if you look, that's Manhattan, all the red lights in the buildings. And then if you look right here, this is Newark right here. So you have these three airports all within spitting distance of each other. So that's why, like, it's very important your altitudes and to follow the procedures through here. Just kick up the lights a little bit in here. What do we get?
Endeavor 49er35 contact New York Center on 1 tree decimal 15.
3315.
Good day.
I was gonna auto tune it. It's hard to see.
Going to 1 tree decimal 15 Endeavor 49er 35. New York Center Endeavor 49er 35 is at 16,900 feet.
17,000 for 18,000.
180.
Endeavor 49er35 New York Center altimeter tree 0 decimal 17 radar.
Gonna give me a climb when I level off. Watch. Here we go. Give it to me a second here.
Endeavor 49er35 climb and maintain flight level 240.
I like to do it late.
Climb and maintain flight level 240 Endeavor 49er 35.
I'll give it a second. Let us accelerate just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll climb up. Go up at 2,000 feet per minute. To start with, at least. Yep, so there is the JF. No, that's Newark. That's Newark right there. JFK can't see anymore. It's back there. Let's see. George Washington Bridge would be right here, I believe. Yeah, that should be George Washington there. All right, I'm gonna go quickly get my coffee. Try to finish that in 3 minutes. All right, be right back.
New York Center Southwest 4082 heavy is at 8,000 feet descending 3,000 feet.
All right, I'm returned. All right, I'll climb up a little bit faster here. Let's go up 500 feet per minute. Don't want to over-Steve us here. All right, we'll go 3,000 feet per minute for now. All right, standard altimeters. No calls. Okay, good. Put a no slip under my pedals.
Endeavor 49er35 climb and maintain flight level 360.
360. That's our final.
Climb and maintain flight level 360 Endeavor 49er 35.
New York
360.
Center, American 105 Niner Heavy is passing 16,200 feet, climbing flight level 210. American 105 Niner Heavy, New York Center, altimeter 30.1 Niner radar contact, continue. New York Center, United 24 Niner 4 Heavy is at 11,600 feet, climbing flight level 180. United 24 Niner 4 Heavy, New York Center, altimeter 30.18 radar contact, continue.
Bringing in the center displays there. Where's display on the side? Bar.
New York Center, Spirit Wings 3385 Heavy is passing 9,800
Spirit
feet,
doesn't have
climbing
heavies either.
10,000 feet. Spirit Wings 3385 Heavy, New York Center, altimeter 30.
There's a long leg we're on right
radar
now.
contact, continue to trims.
126-mile leg, and then the Koufax is a long leg as well. Now
Heavy
it is.
contact New
It's
York
only
Center
20-some
on
miles.
118.975. Good day.
18 knot headwind, not too bad.
Spirit Wings 3385 Heavy. Goodbye. Endeavor 4 Niner Tree 5, contact New York Center on 124.625.
24, 6 quad, huh? So,
Going to 124.625 Endeavor 49er Tree 5. New York Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 is at flight level 300, climbing flight level 360.
yeah, good. Let's get some chat.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, New York Center radar contact. Continue to Lawman.
Turn the music up a little bit there. Yeah, it's right there, Mask. You can see it? Yeah. Did some partial panel today, IRL, so cover certain instruments, and you gotta fly without your attitude indicator, you gotta fly without your compass. So. Always fun. Something like this, you don't have to worry about that. You would essentially come in and you could do that. That's what you do if this happened, because there are multiple computer units that will run that. So you see, you lose your ICAS panel. I can put my ICAS right there. I can also move the PFD over. And then the systems for the this one has its own computers, and this side has its own computers. That way, and these have redundance. So you you know, if you lose something, you don't actually fully lose it. You just have to go to reversion status and switch over. I'm gonna drop the climb right here. I'm gonna go back down about 2,000. We'll finish out here. We only got a couple thousand feet per minute to go.
New York
A couple
Center
thousand feet
American
left to go.
105 Niner Heavy is at flight level 220, climbing flight level 310. American 105 Niner Heavy, New York Center radar contact. Continue.
It's good to get the rudder pedals.
United 1747 Heavy is at
That would be 350 for
7,700 feet,
360.
climbing 50,000 feet. United 1747 Heavy, New York Center altimeter 30.16 radar contact. Continue to Metro.
Metro.
New York Center United 249er 4 Heavy, flight level 180. United 249er 4 Heavy, New York Center radar contact. Continue. 1747 Heavy contact New York Center on 118.975. Good day. United 1747 Heavy. Goodbye. Daher 2 Juliet Delta, contact New York Center on 133.15. Good day. Going to 133.
Hello, Walter. What's happening?
Daher 2 Juliet Delta.
Why are we so freaking slow right now? I guess I just let us get a little slow there. We're speeding up, it's just gonna take a while. We're up reasonably high, we're at the 360.
New York Center Brickyard Tree 627 Heavy
Look like
passing flight level
34 knot headwind.
Flight level 240. Brickyard Tree 627
I should have pulled the climb rate down a little bit earlier, but
to Papa Sierra Bravo.
no big deal. The my center console for Alistair's challenge is coming along nicely.
New York Center Delta 707 Heavy is at flight level tree 5 climbing, flight level tree 60. Delta 707 Heavy, New York Center radar contact continue.
Change the name of the video now to where we're actually going. Wasn't sure where we're going at first. Slow acceleration
Endeavour
on.
49er Tree 5, contact New York Center on 132.5. Good day.
132.5 Endeavour 49er Tree 5.
Doesn't sound like me at all.
Goodbye. New York Center Endeavour 49er Tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavour 49er Tree 5, New York Center radar contact. Continue to Lawman.
We'll be on Lawland forever. Yeah, we sit on this leg for a long time. There's a long leg here, so. A lot more fuel than I needed, but whatever. Yeah, start looking at the approaches into Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Yeah, they had that same long leg to Longland on the real flight. Looking at it now. Weather looks fine. Cincinnati, I don't see any returns in the weather overlay. CVG, and let's start looking. Okay, CVG. What are we doing inbound here? Tigger 4, let's see. Alright, so let's see. Savvy, I don't think I had, so I put in UCATs. So, UCATs, Bauer above flight level 240, Orly below flight level 230. So, I assume we'll be getting a descent probably late into there. Heady jar, so Tigger at above 14,000. Etroy between 11 and 9. So expect that for Etroy. Should be landing runway 9, potentially, we'll see. From Etroy, track 236, so 236 right here, this is for 9. To cross Bacchus between 8 and 10. Bacchus 8 and 10, 210 knots, at 210 knots there. As you can see, at, and then it's a line above below, that's at 210. Then track 276, so we're going on this line here. Goose. Quick radar vectors there, so that's what we're planning. So that will be the arrival there, and then probably could be an ILS 9. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna get. That's what's in there now. I'll change if need be, but 111.9096, 11,640 feet. Airport elevation is 896. Let's go ahead and set that in now. So that's a lot of spinning. They'll do like 900 feet for touchdown. That's 940, so 2 clicks. 1, 2. I don't know if the first click went through. 900 feet, yep it did. All right, so 900 feet on for the pressurization. Radar required for this procedure entry. Missed approach, we're not gonna do the published missed. We'll just come back for another landing likely on 9.
Center Brickyard Tree 627 Heavy is at flight level 270, climbing flight level 280. LabQuest 825, you are 600 feet above your assigned altitude. Brickyard Tree 627 Heavy, New York Center radar contact. Continue to Papa Sierra Bravo.
Just checking my speed because we've been going for a while, so speed's gonna be building up. All right, so above 5,000 at JDOP, above 4,000 at SEMSI. 2,400, we should intercept the glide slope at CAVME. I'll take CAVME on down. We can go down to 1,083 feet. 200 foot ceilings and half-mile vis we'll have. Decision height is going to be at that 1083. So hit 1083, we should hit around here. And we should be able to land no problem. Let's see what we have for lightning. Malice Harp, medium intensity lights with a rabbit. So that should help. We'll be coming in at about 100, about between these two.
Center American 189er Heavy is passing 16,800 feet, climbing flight level 230.
And then this is 9 right here. We're on the cross runway there.
Altimeter 30.13 radar contact. Continue.
All right, good. So all the arrivals briefed already. How do I dim you? Is this the dimmer here? Got to be the dimmer here. Yep. There's the dimmer on that.
New York Center, United 249er 4 Heavy, flight level 180. United 249er 4 Heavy, New York Center, altimeter 30.13 radar contact. Continue to Delro.
Are we over Philly? I don't know. Probably not. I gotta look. Let's see. See where we're at here. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We might be over Philly. I don't think so, though. I don't know the area. That's Harrisburg right there. Philly's down here. Where's Philly? I don't know. I've never been to Philly. I've flown over Philly. We used to go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's out here.
New York Center American 1310
Just do pit
Heavy
turns
is
all the
at
time.
17,800 feet, climbing flight level 190. American 1310 Heavy New York Center altimeter 30.13 radar contact continue.
So
American 1310 Heavy, you are 78 miles west. Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 9er left approach.
we've
via
pretty
Mike
much been on
X-ray
this
echo
leg
transition.
since we left New York.
Cleared to Mike X-ray echo.
So, well, we have been on this leg. A little bit of a vector, but that was it.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 9er left approach via Mike X-ray echo transition. Cleared to Mike X-ray echo American 13. Endeavor 4 9er tree 5. Contact New York Center on 132.2.
322.
Good day.
Going to 132.2 Endeavor 49er35. New York Center Endeavor 49er35 flight level 360.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, New York Center radar contact. Continue to Lawman.
Lawman. We're going to Lawman. Yeah, we're not gonna have to worry about overspeeding because I got my climb thrust set, and as you see, we're not accelerating. We're stuck around 270 indicated. Don't need terrain on. Not that we'll see anything on the radar, but I want to see what the indication is on there. That goes weather, and that should have gain, and that is, I don't know if it would show if I tilt it. Let's see if I can tilt it and see what it does. Let's see where we at there. Tilt, 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 tilt. That doesn't show tilt on there. Our weather's coming back off. About 50 minutes. And it'll out. See what the ATIS is there. It's gonna be way too early, but 134375. And I'll turn it on when we get close. Yeah, they went up to, the real flight went up to 320. They're doing a 484. We're doing 446 because of the, we got a headwind. That's, it was just, okay.
Tree 5, contact New York Center on 134.8. Good day. New York Center Brickyard Tree 627 Heavy is passing flight level 260, climbing flight level 280. Brickyard Tree 627 Heavy, New York Center radar contact, continue to Papa Sierra Bravo.
134.8 Endeavor 49er Tree 5. Goodbye. New York Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 New York Center radar contact, continue to Kofax.
Kofax. Mach 81. 0.81. 0.81. I guess we could let the passengers walk.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, contact Cleveland Center on 121.2. Good day.
121.2 Endeavor 49er Tree 5. Goodbye. Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 Cleveland Center radar contact, continue to Kofax.
Yeah. We got a direct headwind, 34 knot headwind. Farts on that. Negative 51 degrees Celsius. For the true air temperature is negative 21 C. So the one you'd feel is this one is SAT. TAT is total air temperature. It's the indicated air temperature or RAM air temp. And then that has compression as well. You got to worry about a bunch of formulas to change it out. But chilly. Tend to expect 2 degrees per 1,000 feet is standard. So for IFR alternates, I've talked about this before. If if the airport you're going to, which we're going to now, 1 hour before departure, 1 hour before arrival, and 1 hour after arrival, you need to have a 2,000 foot ceiling and 3 statute miles visibility. If you have that, you do not need an alternate. If that airport has an instrument approach. If the airport has no instrument approach, you do need an alternate. So the airport is above those minimums and it has an instrument approach, so we need no alternate. So if we needed an alternate, it can't be too close, too far away. That's literally what the book says, which again leaves it up for interpretation. You would have to, at the time of arrival at that airport, the airport does not need to have an instrument approach. If at the time, the planned time of arrival, you have 1,000 foot ceilings, 1,000 foot ceilings and 3 statute mile visibility. If it has a Precision approach, you have to have at least 600-foot vertical visibility and 2 statute miles. If it has a non-precision, you have to have 800-foot ceilings minimum and a 2 statute mile visibility. So those are your minimums for what you can use as an alternate. So essentially, you can't have one airport socked in with crap and the alternate also be socked in with crap. The point is so that you can go to your alternate and make it in your alternate. So like, let's see if I can find something.
Cleveland Center Delta 707 Heavy is at flight level tree 40, climbing flight level tree 60. Delta 707 Heavy, Cleveland Center, radar contact, continue.
How do I move this page is what I want to see. See how I move this page here.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, contact Cleveland Center on 124.4.
24.4.
Good day.
You know, pilots for the airlines are generally not, they're checking the flight plans, but they're not making them. Dispatch is making the flight plans.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, please acknowledge.
Bitch, I'm like literally doing it right now and you interrupted me.
124 decimal for Endeavor 49er tree 5. Goodbye.
I already have it tuned in. Just flip it. There you go.
Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er tree 5, flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, Cleveland Center, radar contact, continue to Juliet Sierra Tango.
Yeah. I gotta close down.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, contact Cleveland Center on 128.45.
845.
Good day.
Decimal for 5 Endeavor 49er tree 5. Goodbye. Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er tree 5, flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, Cleveland Center, radar contact, continue to Juliet Sierra Tango.
Got somebody to boot on Twitch, trying to sell me views again. Bye. Cannot do this every time I stream their Twitch. Appreciate it if you'd not do that. Just have to block people. Let's see. So, like, if you look down here, you got a bunch of weather down here. So, say for example, this is some ugly weather, and so your, let's say your main airport is, let's see, Panama City. Let's say it's Panama City. You'd have to have, you know, likely some sort of alternate outside of there. So your alternate would have to be outside here. You couldn't have it just another airport right next door in the shit. You know, you'd have to have it outside of the shit, essentially. That's kind of the alternates. I have to deal with that. And the thought process behind that. But generally, again, like I said, dispatch is doing all that. Traffic crossing at 12. We're chasing the sun here. That's why the sun hasn't set, is we're chasing it. We're going 438 knots towards the sun. So you notice we've had pretty much a constant sunset the entire time. That's because we're chasing the sun.
Cleveland Center, Brickyard 4482 Heavy is at flight level 295, climbing flight level 300. Brickyard 4482 Heavy, Cleveland Center, radar contact, continue to KLGA-KCVG.
Just happened there. I accidentally paused my music. What's the deal? Now it's changing over to the other one. So if we're going like 500 miles an hour, which we're a little bit slow, so likely it's still going to set on us. We'd have to be going about 500 miles an hour. We're close. See what 437 is. 437 times 0.15 plus 437, 502. So we're going fast enough. The sun may never set if we're going this speed. So the sun will stay like this the entire time because we're going fast enough. Which is a nightmare when the sun is right here beaming you in the face. That used to happen all the time. We'd take off in the morning and go west. We'd take off at night and go west, and you just follow it, or you take off in the west and go towards the sunrise, which it rises faster if you're going towards it. But the worst is chasing a sunset. Pretty much in the U.S. we can't really. You gotta go that direction. You go over the water, but yeah, chasing the sunset west. As long as we're doing about 500 miles an hour. We're pretty good. So we're doing 502 miles an hour, 437 knots. So there's been a couple times we've been going west where we've actually had the sun rising in the west because we're going faster than the sun setting. But it really blasts you in the face because like the atmosphere blocks a lot of the sun. A lot of kind of the oppressive nature of the sun. And once you're through most of that, it's not blocking as much of it. So you're really getting a lot of the rays. So you kind of usually put stuff in front of the glare shield to try to get rid of the sun. But that's why if you've noticed the sun is not set, it's because we're headed pretty much directly at it. We're going, like look at our heading here. Pretty much west. We're what, about 20 off. So we're on a 281 course. So we're about 11 degrees off. Not quite 20. 20 would be over here. But we're 11 degrees off of west, so we're pretty much chasing it. So the saying that I always use for nav lights is red, right, wrong. So you see we see a green light and a beacon. That means he's paralleling us going this way. So he could be coming this way, he could be going away a little bit, but he's parallel, going the same direction as us.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 right approach via Alpha Golf Charlie transition. Clear to Alpha Golf Charlie.
That's a star, we're not catching the star. He's coming this way. Start to see. Looks like he's coming closer.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 right approach via Alpha Golf Charlie transition. Clear to Alpha Golf Charlie friendly 107. Friendly 107 contact Pittsburgh approach on 124.15. Good day.
Could just be gaining, give me an optical illusion coming past the post here.
Going to 124.15, friendly 107.
No, I can't do it tomorrow. I could do multiplayer later tomorrow, but I got something in the morning I gotta do. But I'll fly again until next week. Unfortunately, I'm trying to wrap this up so I can hopefully get an interview here. I don't remember where the dimmers are for the FMSs. Right here. I'm trying to remember where it is. Here, let's do this real quick. There we go. Ruin my night.
49er Tree 5 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 340 Cessna Skyhawk.
Yeah.
Report them in sight.
Right here.
Blue Streak 549
Right here.
4 traffic is 5 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 370. Report them in sight.
Endeavour 49er Tree 5 have the Cessna Skyhawk in sight.
hell is it? I'm trying to remember where the lighting is for that.
549 have the insight.
Where are... It's off the ICAST. I'm trying to remember where the ICAST dimmers are. ICAST dimmers, where are you? I can't remember. What the hell? How can I not find the ICAST dimmers? Because this display here should be the center two main displays. You see there, those are the center two mains. I'm trying to find the ICAST dimmer. Where the hell is the ICAST dimmer? I think it's down here somewhere. I'm just missing it. Yeah, I don't see it. All the shit's in different places and all the different airplanes, so... I don't know where it is. Alright, whatever. We'll go without. What's this one here?
Brickyard 4482 heavy contact.
Standby compass. We want to turn the standby compass light on. We can do that.
Good day.
Dim and bright. There's bright. There's dim. That's the overhead. How bright that is.
Cleveland Center on 134.475. Good day. Endeavor 49er Tree 5, contact Cleveland Center on 120.4. Good day.
Going to 120 for Endeavor 49er Tree 5. Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, Cleveland Center radar contact continue.
So my understanding of the radars, they probably work the same as they did in the Embraer 145, but you see I have a radar control panel here, and the first officer has a radar control panel there. You don't have two radars. You have, each of you gets a sweep. So the radar will sweep one direction, and this side can control. The other side gets its own sweep, and you can control that. So for example, you might sweep it, and it's at a 10-degree nose-up tilt, and then the other person sets it for a 10-degree nose-down tilt, and so it will sweep, and then it will change angle, sweep the other way. So it'll keep changing its angle for the different sweeps. I gotta sneeze. All right, let's go ahead, and I already briefed the Tigger, I already briefed the ILS 19er, so those are done. So the arrival and the, by doing it early, it gets it out of the way, and then if we have to, the other thing too is that now that the arrival is briefed, if they change approaches on us, it makes it a lot easier to go and fix it. So what's our speed? Lost a little bit of speed. We lost 1 knot. You know, people up.
Center Brickyard 4482 heavy is at flight level 220, climbing flight level 300. Brickyard 4482 heavy, Cleveland Center radar contact. Continue to CLPR.
People often think that because it's negative 50 degrees up here, that you know, you'll get a lot of icing. It's so cold that it's too cold and too dry. You could get some ice up here, but it's unlikely. I've gotten ice at 370 before, but it's generally speaking, there's not a lot of moisture in the clouds at that altitude. It tends to be lower. You pick up a little ice here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty dry up this high. And the ice pretty much sublimates. It pretty much evaporates off the wing anyway if it comes on. Like, had it in the eclipse, we iced up for like a fraction of a second. Ice hit as we were topping a cloud at 370, and it was gone in like 2 seconds, and it evaporated. It didn't melt. So it just evaporates. Needs condensation nuclei like the wing to be able to form. Snaky River. Snaky. Is that the Ohio River? Let's look. I don't know anything about the area here. What river are you, sir, madam? That is Wheeling, Ohio. Wheeling, West Virginia. Let me look on the map here. Alright, let's see. That is... Let's see what river that is. What river are you scoundrel? That's the border between... That is the Ohio River. Okay, I was right. That looks like the border between... Yeah, it is. Between West Virginia and Ohio. So we just crossed into Ohio. Lucky us. Oh, I kid Ohio. Yeah, that's the border right there. So we're over Ohio. We're in West Virginia. So we're making some sort of forward progress here. Yeah, so I was working on my center console a little this morning before I flew, and I got the, I've got dual scoop coolers on the engine. I'm running probably around 11 RPS, doing 50 knots, and piece of cake to cool the engines. You know, the engines are not that hard to cool in game. You just kind of have to understand the mechanics. I'm trying to get that next cooling video up, but God, it's difficult to explain it in a way that people are going to understand it for the, essentially, like, you know, a lot of people just have no background in mechanical stuff, and so it's kind of tough to, you know, to explain the relationship between load and RPS and why, for rightfully so. Like, the way I think I best describe it is using kind of the bicep curl notion where, you know, if you have very light weight in your arm and you're holding a barbell that weighs, like, say, a kilogram, you're going to be able to move your arm really fast, do a lot of bicep curls very, very fast, but you're not doing much work because you're moving so little weight. And as the weight increases, the speed at which you do the bicep curl is slowing down, but you're doing more work per repetition. And if you're moving a moderate weight fast, it's going to wear you out. You're going to get tired and you're going to overheat, right? Because you're moving a moderate weight really fast, and that's going to wear you out. Or what you could do is you could move a heavy weight slowly, and you can actually do more work and have more endurance. 34-9er.
134.9er Endeavor 49er 35. Goodbye.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way I try to describe it. I also did some more testing where if I put in any of my cooling stuff, pretty much all those engines I showed in the example, they cool no problem. You know, I think the 3-to-1, it still overheats pretty quickly. Every other,
Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Gotta wait for this call.
Cleveland Center radar contact. Continue to Savvy.
Every other gear ratio pretty much will not overheat at all. It will run out of fuel before it overheats. So it's like that very simple little bit of cooling will completely make all of those engines viable. Kind of the thing I was trying to get at, showing the different gear ratios, to just show you essentially efficiency curves, start to understand the difference between efficiency. And so, like, a lot of those people, they're essentially just trying to, like, get as much power out of the engine as quickly as possible. And that's going to be the worst case scenario. That's you doing a bicep curl with a moderate weight at a very fast speed. Go back into the other sector, you ding dong.
120 decimal for Endeavor 49er tree 5. Goodbye. Cleveland Center Endeavor 49er tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 Cleveland Center radar contact. Continue to Savvy.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way I think of it. I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah, if you kind of understand that, it starts to make sense. Like, what a lot of these people who are having cooling problems are doing is they're trying to take a moderate amount of work they're trying to get done and do it at a very, very fast rate. And just like you as a person, right, you're going to get tired, right? If you put a 300-pound person on your back and piggyback them, right, you'd be able to...
49er Tree 5 contact Indianapolis Center on 124.
This guy leave me the fuck alone for a minute.
Good day.
It get like this sometimes. 2445. See ya.
124 decimal 45
Telling you,
Endeavor
Ohio.
49er Tree 5.
No need to
Goodbye.
be in Ohio.
Indianapolis Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 flight level tree 60.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 Indianapolis Center radar contact. Continue to ACOTS.
Yeah, okay, good. Shh, shh, now be quiet. Yeah, so, like, again, it's like you could take somebody who's very, very heavy, give them a piggyback, and you could walk, like, say, 10 paces, and you've done a lot of work. Or you could take a, like, nothing on your back, and you could run for quite a while. But then take a moderate amount of weight and put it in a backpack on your back, and now try to sprint. And you're going to get worn out right away. You're going to be dying on the side of the road where lifting that heavy person and walking 10 paces, you're still fine. You know, taking the lightweight and going like a long distance, you're fine. But you know, you can't do that moderate at high speed without expecting to overheat, and that's what's happening. And a lot of people are just like trying to go balls to the wall there. And by, you know, kind of from an engine perspective, is if you increase the load and cause that to reduce your RPM, you're at peak load, and what that's going to cause is, because it's forcing the RPS down, you're very, very efficient. And that's where you ideally want to be if you can be. Like, that's how my center console is so easy to cool. Is I have a 3-to-1 gear ratio. It's running at 11 RPS. So right there, you know, you have 33 RPS on the propellers, which is very high, because for every one rotation of the propeller, you're going a set distance forward. So let's see. 60 knots divided by 1.94. So let's say it was 60 knots, okay?
Indianapolis Center Brickyard 4482.
That's 30 meters per second, okay? So let's say it was 10 RPS. So that means for every one rotation of the propeller, you go 1 meter forward. All right. And so the engines are essentially overstressed, or they're overloaded. I've got the engines overloaded where it's asking it to do a ton of work, and it's causing the RPS to come down. They're very efficient. And so because they're very efficient, if you look at the... I'll bring the chart up real quick. Me just kind of going over it a couple times, always helpful to kind of get the thought process go for explanations. Like, yeah, for my center console, if we look real quick here, this right here is where I am on the curve. I'm way up here somewhere. And so because of this, I'm not doing a lot of work instantly, but I'm doing a lot of work over time, and that is making it so it takes a long time for me to overheat. And so that's very efficient. So this is where your efficiencies are. And so I pretty much set all my engines up to operate over here. And that's why that's why me, Alistair, Citrus, all these people like who say like it's a piece of cake to cool engines. It's because we're operating over here. And a lot of the player base is trying to operate in the center here. And this is the hardest point to impossible to cool at. And they say, oh my God, it's impossible to cool. No, it isn't. Operate over here or operate over here. I wish I had saved it. Let me see if I saved some of my cooling numbers. Maybe not. I don't know. Here they are. I got them right here, actually. Here, I'll show you. So these are some of the tests I did. So if you look here, that first cylinder. No, that's wrong. Get rid of that. The rest is fine. So if you look here, see this right here? This here means that my engines did not overheat after 40 minutes. These engines will not overheat, okay? And so anything in this band will not overheat with the small impeller to the old style radiator. None of this overheats. Over here, none of this overheats. Right here in the center, this is where it overheats. And as you can see, it overheats pretty goddamn quick. All right. And this is where a lot of people are operating in game and they say it's impossible to cool. Get out of this range. You know, they act as though the entire modular engine system is broken. It's not. This whole range of operational areas is perfectly fine. This area is perfectly fine. You know, running your engine at insane RPS, asking it to do a lot of work, is not going to work IRL, and it does not work in game. So as long as you get out of this trough here, you are easily able to cool. And that's where a lot of people fall down.
4,000 feet, expect ILS runway 10 left approach via Alpha Papa Echo transition, clear to Alpha Papa Echo Jazz 8755.
You know, so that's where a lot of people are kind of falling down, where you see all this nonsense about people saying, oh, it's impossible to cool modular engines. It really isn't. It is not, it is not, it is not. Here, let's actually go over this a little bit. It's helpful to go over it. So anyways, the test that I ran here was I essentially, you know, the first test that I showed, I did it in a live stream. I showed people this. I haven't got the video done yet, but as you can see here, this is with no cooling whatsoever. They all overheat, pretty much. This one takes like 16 minutes to overheat. They all overheat. This one overheated in 16 and a half minutes because they have no cooling. And you can see how this one here, it takes a long time to overheat, even though it has no cooling. Then you plug them in, you put cooling. I put the best cooling, the small impeller at 0.185 with an old school radiator, so not even an electric radiator, an old school radiator. And you'll notice that all of these engines here took 40 minutes to overheat. All of these engines here took 40 minutes to overheat. This one here took 7.63, and if we look up here, yes, it did take longer to overheat with cooling. That took 2.83 minutes to overheat with no cooling. And this one took 7.63. So yes, the cooling did help. It did do a lot more work, but it overheated because you're asking again. It's you putting heavy weights in a backpack and then trying to sprint. You cannot sprint with a heavy backpack on. Can't do it. You're going to overheat. You're going to wear yourself out, right? Same thing with an engine. You can't ask the engine to do a moderate amount of work very, very, very fast. You have to ask it to do a heavy amount of work slow, like a diesel, or you need to have it do be very, very fast with a small amount of work, like, say, a sport bike engine. You cannot have it right in the middle because you're getting the worst of two worlds. You're getting high RPS and high load. High RPS and high load causes a fire. You know, high RPS and low load causes no fire. High RPS or low RPS and high load causes no fire. So as you can see, all of these ranges are perfectly fine. And so you see a lot of people in Stormworks will run in this range and then complain that, oh my God, cooling's impossible. No, no, no.
49er35, contact Indianapolis Center on 120.475.
20475. You start getting good at hearing your call sign. That's like why I can like talk and do all this. Like we talk and we read newspapers and everything else in the cockpit, and you can still, you just know what to listen for. Your ear gets used to it. And then the next flight, you're on a different flight number. Your flight number changes the next flight, so you got to tune your ear to the new number.
Indianapolis Center, Endeavor, 49er Tree 5, flight level tree 60.
Yeah. Endeavor 49er Tree 5, Indianapolis Center, radar contact, continue to BOWR.
Bauer.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, descend and maintain flight level 240.
240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
I gotta pull the thrust back in a second here, but I'm gonna let us accelerate just for a second. 240, all right. So yeah, that was good to explain it a little bit. That helps because I'm trying to keep it not too dense, and I think that makes that's a good analogy. Is like, you know, you can pick somebody heavy up and you can do a piggyback for a short distance, and you don't overheat. You don't wear yourself out. You can just like run with nothing in a, like with a feather in a backpack, and you can run for a good long while. Now you try to put something reasonably heavy in the backpack and go fast. You're not gonna be able to do it, but you can put something heavy in your backpack and you could speed walk and be fine. You can put something heavy in your backpack and you could just walk and you'll be fine. You can put something really heavy in your back and barely walk and you'll be fine. You'll be doing a lot of work. And so that's where a lot of people have these issues. They're trying to get the worst of both worlds, high RPS, high load, and then they say game broke and me cannot figure it out.
Tree 5 traffic is 3 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 390 generic. Report them in
3. I don't see shit.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 traffic, not in sight.
I saw Alistair taking a break for dinner. Let me just quickly read some things. Yeah, a bunch of that stuff's difficult to explain because, again, like Alistair had a good point, because some things are very hard to explain to a wide variety of viewers. Exactly. And that's kind of, you know, that's the thing with like trying to explain some of these concepts is you got to understand, you know, you could have engineers out there who fully understand these concepts and understand them better than me. And then you have people who have never once, you know, who are middle school kids trying to play the game or try to understand these concepts. And so you're trying to do it where both groups can get something out of it. Like, you know, the engineers are essentially not having to do that work themselves. They're looking at your, you know, the work you've done, the research you've done, and they're saying, oh, yeah, that research makes sense. And then you've got somebody who's in middle school who, like, they might not pick up understand the methodology or this, but they understand the basic concepts of it. So you got to make it, you know, palatable to everybody, which is tough. Let's see, 1x1, 1 cylinder, 59, 6. Okay, well, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like Alistair's talking about overheat protection. That's what I have in my boat. I also, like, the engineering is what's most interesting to me in Stormarks. So it's like, for me, I want to make it not overheat if I can avoid it. It already has an overheat protection system. Like, I was running 60 knots before, where I would be able to run for like 30 minutes, and then it would overheat, and it would do overheat protection. It would slow it down to like 40 knots, and you'd be fine. The engine would never catch on fire. None of my engine catch on fire. But I like the engineering challenge of trying to get that engine to, trying to get the boat to go fast and to cool without any issue. Yeah, it's like Alistair's talking about how, like, on their new boat, the Parmesan cheese is one 5x5 radiator and has no problems keeping it cool. And the answer's simple: is he understands, you know, the relationship between load and RPS, and he's probably keeping his RPS at a reasonable, you know, he's probably moving a big propeller, which is a heavy load, but the RPS is low. And because the RPS is low, and he's probably not making the boat go 40 knots, because a boat that size wouldn't go 40 knots. But you got people who want a tanker going 40 knots, and they don't know anything about gears, so they have it run at 59 RPS, and that's why they're overloading. They have high load, and they have high RPS, and bingo, that makes fire. So, but it's just, you know, one of the reasons why I get a little bit. What the fuck, man? I put it in vertical speed mode. I didn't go down fast enough. I just didn't spin it down fast enough for the speed we're going here. We're gonna have a slow descent here. I gotta get the descent rate up. I was late on. I had it going down. I just didn't crank it enough, so we're not descending fast enough. I can even go down a little bit more here. This is Price. Are we kind of Cincinnati already? How far out are we? Yeah, this is probably Cincinnati up there, I'd say. There's a big base for Delta. Been in here quite a bit. I'll bring this back up, the nose back up here, because I don't slam us in here. Let's see if I can grab ATIS. We're probably too far out. We might be on the cusp of getting it.
Cincinnati Airport information.
Oh, we got
Echo
it.
0000 Zulu. Wind 139er at 6. Visibility
It's
10.
250 for 240.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 27. 2.10. Altimeter tree 0.02.
Yep, they're using 9.
ILS runway 9er in use. Landing and departing runway 9er. VFR aircraft say
Yep.
direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Echo.
Alright, we have Echo 3002, the
Endeavor
altimeter.
49er tree 5 descend and maintain 14,000
I
feet.
hate it how they do this. Give me the altitude after I've already leveled off.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Endeavor 49er tree
Do
5.
that IRL sometimes, but it's fucking annoying because you've already like captured and you have to reinitialize it, and then you every time you do a configuration change, you gotta change your speed or your thrust. So you gotta pull the thrust back again.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 contact Indianapolis Center on 135.125.
35125. 1 1/4.
One tree 5.125 Endeavor 49er tree 5. Goodbye.
Alright, so we're on our way to Tigger, which is the first
Indianapolis Center, Endeavor
waypoint
49er
of the
tree 5
arrival.
is at flight level 220, descending 14,000 feet.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 Indianapolis Center radar contact. Continue to TIGR.
Alright, we're going to Tigger. We have to be slowed down.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 contact Indianapolis Center on 123.925.
23.9
Good
1/4.
day.
One two tree decimal niner 25 Endeavor 49er tree 5. Goodbye. Indianapolis Center Endeavor 49er tree 5 is passing flight level 195, descending 14,000 feet.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 Indianapolis Center radar contact. Continue to TIGR.
They give us the altimeter setting, as they know we're going to be going through 180. I already picked up the ATIS, so I already have it, so I'm just going to put it in now. And you see that just flipped there, that's just going over the point. Okay. So ILS is good. I'm gonna quickly grab the ILS. First point is JDOP. I don't know if he's gonna give us JDOP. Let's quickly look. Alright, so if we get a vector, we're going to SEMSI. If not, we're going to JDOP, so I can drop JDOP in there if I need to. Alright, I gotta pull the thrust a little bit here. We're gonna start overspeeding if I don't pull it a little bit. That's because the air is getting denser, so it's starting to read higher on the airspeed indicator. We'll see you later there, Walter. Alright, that is 15,000, 14,000. That's too bad. You feeling like crap? So I expect him to give us a descent. We've got on the arrival here above 14,000 at Tigger, so we're not going to get a descent through Tigger here. We're on to the next point, 11 to 9, so we expect the descent here.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Predictable, eh? Alright, 9,000 feet. What's that mean? Descent, slow down below 250 knots. So, expected that to come. So I'm going to go down to reasonable rate, 2,000 feet per minute.
Endeavor 49er tree 5 acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, as soon as I get to you, guy, I'm literally like, I haven't even spun in the altitude yet.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Only one of me here.
Endeavor 49er tree 5.
I'm going to go spoiler. Come on, give me spoiler. Thanks. Dare not use the mixture at the moment.
Indianapolis Center envoy tree 9er 50 16,400 feet.
Envoy doesn't have any
Level
heavies.
210. Envoy tree 950 heavy Indianapolis Center altimeter tree 0.04 radar contact. Continue to ACH all. Envoy tree 950 heavy contact Cincinnati approach on 119.7. Good
Set
day.
of my arrivals. Nice. Alright, get
Endeavor 49er tree 5 contact Cincinnati approach on 12.3.875.
23.875.
Going to 119.7 envoy tree 950 heavy.
12.3.875 Endeavor 49er Tree 5. Goodbye. Cincinnati approach Endeavor 49er Tree 5 is at 11,000.
Alright, I'm gonna go track air back on.
9,000 feet.
There's the airport right here. See it?
Tree 5, Cincinnati approach altimeter tree 0.04 radar contact. Continue to Bacchus.
Okay. Going to Bacchus. That's between 10 and 8, 210 knots. So I gotta slow down. So at Bacchus. So we got a little bit of space, but we don't have too much space. We gotta make that speed restriction. So we gotta be below 10. We are. 10 for 9. We'll make that speed restriction once we get our nose up, so we're fine. We can get rid of spoilers. So if you look here, this is runway 9 going eastbound, coming in this way. All right, so we're gonna come around the airport and then go in like this.
Endeavor 49er tree 5, descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots.
8,000 sub
Descend
210.
and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
And I'm just gonna set the speed real quick. That's 9 for 8. That way that will just descend for me essentially at the speed I want. So yeah, we're gonna come this way and then we're gonna come around the airport. We're gonna come in and land like this. All right, we're leveling off. Thrust is coming back up. Set the speed bug for 210. You see an airplane.
Endeavor 49er
The
tree
final.
5, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
Just 5,000. Feet per minute. All right, make it a left turn. As you can see, we've got an airplane coming in on final for runway 9. We got another one behind it for runway 9. That's where we're going to be landing, is right there. All right, landing elevation. Did I ever set that? I did not. What's my... I did. Not 900 feet. That's set in there. Landing elevation set. Fuels check. TCAS set. Radars are off. CAS is set. Landing data is set. Approach briefing is complete. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on the arm the thrust reversers. Can't see if that's my heading bug. Yeah, it's my heading bug. Again, keep straighten up the heading bug so that I can level off, go to heading if I need to. That's 6,000, 5,000. As you can see, there's the two planes coming in for runway 9 right there. Makes sense. We came in from the west, so we're going to have to come back around, turn around to come in back towards the east for the landing. I'm a little fast here. Not worried about it too much. So we'll see how they handle a vector for us here. Let me quickly look at the ILS. Yeah, they're gonna have to give me a vector. Let me see what that JDOP is. Yeah, JDOP's straight in, so that's not really gonna help me. So we're expecting a vector here. Let's see what they give me. I gotta bring up my thrust a little bit here.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
No. No, you just cleared me down to 5,000. Why would I climb to 6,000?
Climb and maintain
God,
6,000
this
feet.
ATC is
Endeavor
terrible.
49er Tree 5.
They changed their mind in 2 seconds. Yes, it's 6,000 on Iduli. What the fuck, man? Why would you clear me down? And then they would. They would never in a million years do this, and now I gotta fix it. Game's funky sometimes, I'm telling you. Whatever. It's my next waypoint here. Alright, let me read 9 here. Alright, Bacchus, Guth, and then Iduli. Do I have Iduli on here? I don't. I gotta see what this says here. Yeah, it wants Guth and Iduli. What the fuck? Guth and Iduli. I don't know why. God damn it, I gotta shut off track. I can't look at this and do it at the same time. Let's try Guth and Iduli. Guth. Not found. It's G-U-U-T-H and then Iduli. Because I don't know what Havlo is on this, why I have Havlo. It's in there, though. It's already in. It's probably the out-of-date shit. Let me see if Iduli is here. Nah, it's not found. It's the out-of-date shit. I'll see what it does. Once I hit this waypoint, I need a vector. It's got vectors right there. I don't know if the game will do it. We'll see. Shit. Fucking way over speed here. Literally lets me put it in thrust reversers in the air. Yeah, that's not how it works there, guy. That's not how it works there, guy. Might let me pull the handles, but it's not going to actually do it. I'm way oversped here. Should be getting a turn. They should have already turned us.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, contact Indianapolis Center on 123.925. Good day.
123.925 Endeavor 49er Tree 5. Goodbye. Indianapolis Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 6,000 feet.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 Indianapolis Center altimeter tree 0.03 radar contact. Continue to Idul.
I don't know where Idul is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a 90 right, because I want to get us turned around here. Back towards the airport. I don't want to make this take all day.
Indianapolis Center Endeavor 49er Tree 5 requesting vector to next waypoint.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, continue to Idul turning and following heading tree 10.
310. All right. That's the problem is I've got the out-of-date database, so we should have already been turning that direction, but
Continue to
get a
Idul
vector.
turning and following heading tree 10.
He didn't clear me that way
49er
yet,
Tree 5.
so it's kind of like a T pattern.
Endeavor 49 Niner Tree 5,
Shit, get
contact
slow.
Cincinnati approach on 123.875. Good day.
Getting slow, getting slow.
123.875 Endeavor 49er35. Goodbye.
What's going on here? Pick up some speed there, guy.
Cincinnati approach Endeavor 49er35 is at 5,700 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, Cincinnati approach altimeter tree 0.0 tree radar contact. Continue to Idjol.
So I assume Idjol's over here. See, I don't have Goose either, so again, I need to pay money to get this database update. I really would rather not at the moment. So see if I can. Doesn't have a fucking speeds have problems here. Doesn't have a GPS coordinates. I could probably, if I could grab the GPS coordinates, I would. See if I can make a point, but that's a pain in the ass to try to make a fix. What I'm essentially going to do is I'm probably going to try to tee us off of Sempsey. Let me look.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude.
Yeah, I got an autopilot that doesn't want to do its thing.
Feet, altimeter tree 0.0
Let it do its thing there, guy. Just relax.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, Endeavor 49er35.
I'm not going to nanny the autopilot in the game. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, this is the old approach. You get vectors where now it's likely going to go from Goody to Idjol. And then probably we're going... Let me try something here. Let's see. Let's do JDOP in there. Where is it? Yeah, let's go all the way to JDOP on that. Alright, that's in there. So I'll have that in place in case they wanted me to go to JDOP. But so back here, there was a point Guth that I don't have. So back at Bacchus, Guth is probably somewhere over here now, and then Idjol is up here, and then it will connect you. So that's what the new stuff's doing, but I've got the 2020 database in the airplane here, so it's kind of a lot of these waypoints I just don't have. See if I can maintain 210 like I'm supposed to here for a while.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, you are 14 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 9er approach via JADP transition.
Yep, they're going to JADP.
Cleared to JADP.
Alright, 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000
JADP.
feet. Expect ILS runway 9er approach via JADP transition. Cleared to JADP Endeavor 49er35.
Alright, I gotta wait till I'm like 90 degrees off of this. I'm not gonna spike this real hard. So yeah, that would have been Guth here, and then IDAP would be right here probably. So it would have taken you Guth, IDAP, JDAP, then in Idjol is what it is. Guth and Idjol. I'm looking at it on the other screen. That's likely what it would have done. There's JDAP right there. That's why they had me climb back up. It was probably because I'm off that sector. No, Idjol is at 6. I think it just made an error and had me go down to 5 for some reason. It's done that before. I gotta get at least a beam JDOP before I'm gonna turn to it. I'm looking at the ILS now. JDOP's 5,000. What? I've got you on heading mode, don't I? Yeah, you're on heading mode, bitch. Why you on? Why it automatically cycled itself? Get out of here with that shit. Don't do that. Don't use auto cycle. Go where I'm sending you. Get back up on altitude. Stop fucking up your altitude. Get you on JDOP in 2 seconds. I need you past JDOP. I'm not friggin' you having to try to get confused and going backwards there, FMS. We're not doing that.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
We would not be descending to 4,000 feet. That's
Descend
a bad
and maintain
instruction.
4,000 feet. Endeavor
What?
49er
Whatever.
Tree 5.
Okay. Back onto nav mode. We're not on course, so we really shouldn't be descending to 4,000 feet because it says above 5,000 feet for JDAP. It's confused. For some reason it thinks we're inbound. So, whatever. So we wouldn't be descending IRL like this, but whatever. Alright, I'm gonna go back into track IR here in a second. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're gonna make our turn here. I'm gonna start slowing us down. I'm gonna switch us over to the ILS. We'll start doing stuff fast here. Alright, we're making our turn. Alright, so gear's coming down. First notch flaps, second notch flaps, third notch flaps. Start pulling power. There's the runway.
Cargo Jet 1905 Heavy, you are 19 miles northeast. Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 9er approach by a JATF transition. Cleared to JATF.
Flaps, flaps.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 9er approach by a JATF transition. Cleared to JATF Cargo Jet 1905 Heavy. Endeavor 49er Tree 5, you are 13 miles west of Cincinnati. Contact Cincinnati Tower on 118 decimal tree when inbound.
Tower on 118 decimal tree. Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
Switching over to the ILS. Approach mode. Tune. Speed, speed, speed. Give me some speed.
Cincinnati Tower. Endeavor 49er Tree 5. 12 miles west inbound ILS runway 9er approach.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, Cincinnati Tower. Altimeter tree 0.041 calm, cleared ILS runway 9er approach.
Let's see if I can count this off. I can't see for shit right now. It's I can't see. 3-1. I can't fucking see what I'm doing here.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5, please acknowledge.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix you there, guy. Just stick it up your ass for 2 seconds, man.
Cleared ILS runway 9er approach. Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
I am busy, man. You can't screw with me at the moment. I'm gonna give you a can of fuck off. I will squawk 7700 and I'll do whatever I want here, guy. Alright, flight attendants notify passenger signs are on, thrust reversers are armed, landing gear is down, slats flaps are 45.
Traffic.
Traffic? Just gave me traffic warning. Alright, we'll clear the approach. too close to the glare shield here. Traffic's probably that one up there above us.
Cargo Jet 1905 Heavy, follow the aircraft on final. Wind calm cleared to land runway 18 center.
Traffic, traffic.
Cleared to land runway 18 center, Cargo Jet
Gotta be close if I'm getting a traffic warning. Right here. Look at that shit right there. What is this shit? See that traffic? Get the fuck out of here.
Cleared to land runway 9er.
Look at that traffic. What the fuck? He sent them by me.
Endeavor 4 9er Tree 5, follow the aircraft on final. Wind calm cleared to land runway 9er.
Good land. Thanks for
Cleared
letting
to
him
land
pass
runway
me.
9er Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
Alright. Linear 10 3 green flaps to set lights are set before lane check is complete. Clear to land. That's something they got rid of in flight sim. Like if you banged airplanes together, you would crash.
Traffic.
But they changed that, so now they just disappear, and it's probably because of the stupid shit. Because I've got on live traffic, so if I got a live traffic doing this shit, it will do it in game. They'll put the plane right in front of me, so I'm not going around. Especially seeing I don't have those points in my database. All right, autopilot's coming up.
1000.
There work some dead zones on this yoke too. Alright, feet on the rudder pedals. A little bit high. If I get a sync rate, I'm not going around on these. I can't trim as easily as I would IRL, so like you trim the pressure off, and I can't trim the pressure off my yoke. It has a spring in it. It's always pressurized, so I can't get that off, so I gotta overcome it, so it fucks up my glide slips.
400.
A little bit high. Fixing it right now.
300.
300.
300.
See, that's the sync rate that I'm worried that it
Endeavor 4
happens.
9er Tree 5, go around.
Nope, 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 not doing it. You passed me. I'm not going around. Fuck you.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Endeavor 4 9er Tree 5, acknowledge last transmission.
Nah, man, I'm landing. Let's kick it up your ass.
1 Heavy, exit runway when able.
I can just get on the brakes. Don't know where the gates are here. Let's see.
Endeavor 4 9er Tree 5, did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, I'm ignoring you. Fuck off. This is so hard. Not doing it. Stick it up your ass. Not happening.
United 241 Heavy, exit
You passed
runway
me.
when able.
You passed me with United. That's not cool, man. It's not happening. Now he's gonna stop on the fucking runway like an idiot. This game sometimes is so stupid. It really is.
Endeavor 4 9er Tree 5, acknowledge last transmission.
You know that I'm on the runway. Why would I go around? It's not
Cincinnati
happening.
Tower, please say again transmission for Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
Not going around. I'm
Cargo Jet
already on the
1905
fucking
Heavy,
runway.
turn next taxiway. Endeavor 4 9er Tree 5, go around.
Look at how stupid this game is.
United 241 Heavy, turn next taxiway.
There. How about now? He's gone now. Can I move on with my life? You know that I'm a live player. Why don't you just prioritize me, game? Because you know that I'm the actual person who bought your game. Not that
Endeavor
AI.
4 9er Tree 5, IFR flight plan.
Oh,
Canceled
fuck
radar
you.
service terminated.
Fucking game.
Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR.
Yeah, stick it up your ass, game.
Change approved. Good day.
Stick it up your ass, game.
Cargo Jet 19er
So
05
far.
Heavy exit runway when able. United 241 Heavy turn next taxi.
Ground Endeavor 49er Tree 5 request taxi to the gate.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5 taxi to gate 66 via taxiway Charlie Cross runway Tree 6 Center Golf Lima, Quebec Sierra.
Yeah, the ATC in this game is
Taxi
absolutely the
to
low
gate
point.
66 via taxiway Charlie Cross.
It's just so stupid. It really is. It's the stupidest shit. It's just, it has no idea what it's doing. It does stuff like that. Like, literally, they would have the airplane behind me go around. They would not have me go around after letting an airplane fly past me. And then, again, it's so stupid.
Caution the Airbus A20N on the runway.
Very frustrating. It really is.
Ground United 241 Heavy taxi to the gate.
What happened to my track IR?
United 241 Heavy taxi to gate 55 using taxiway Lima Cross runway Tree 6 Center Lima, Quebec, November.
No.
Hold position
Sorry.
Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
You head up your ass,
Endeavor
ATC.
49er Tree 5, continue taxi.
No, that's alright, man. I'm gonna taxi the gate because you got me
Taxiing
pissed
to
off
gate
at this point.
55 using taxiway Lima Cross runway Tree 6 Center Lima, Quebec, November. United 241 Heavy.
Roger Endeavor 49er Tree 5.
United 241 Heavy, hold position. Caution the Airbus A20N on the runway. Hold position, United 241 Heavy.
Yeah, IRL there'd be a TARA, which would make the aircraft behind us go climb or
United
descend.
241 Heavy. Continue taxi.
ATC would never let them pass us. ATC would tell us to speed up and them to
United
slow down.
241 Heavy, hold position.
They keep us in
Caution the
sequence,
Airbus
and then they
A20N
send the
on final.
person behind you around. They very rarely will send the person in front around. Unless you're going, like, painfully slow. They're not sending the person in front around. And then they
Hold
certainly don't
position,
let somebody
United
pass you
241 Heavy.
on the ILS. That is stupid. I can disable ATC, but I don't want to. I want ATC that doesn't suck is what I really want. You know, they just do a lot of shit in this game that, like, people have been talking X-Plane's better. I have the old X-Plane. I'm not taxiing the long way there, guy. It's just like, there are things on this game, and plus I've got stuff bought for this that I'm not changing over to X-Plane at this point. It's just like, they got the new one coming out at some point. I'll take a look at the difference between X-Plane and that for that, but it's like, it's just stupid, man. The ATC absolutely blows for this game. You know, and then I gotta update the database, which I gotta pay for, so that's part of the issue for waypoints. Yeah, there we go. Just frustrating. You know, it's like I've already budgeted the time I want for this. Like if I legitimately fuck something up, I'll go around in the sim, but I'm not going around if it's something that it did. That's stupid. A waste of my time is all it is, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Let's get ground power in this bitch.
United 241 Heavy, continue taxi.
You can see here, if I bring up the electrics page, got right, external AC power right here. That's what we're plugging in now. So you see how it's got a green? That means it's plugged in. Right, so it's connected. If I then go up, I click on it, I connect, maybe they haven't connected it to me yet. Let me look. Oh, it's because I have the APU on. That's why it won't let me switch it over. There it is now. You can see we're powered through the that now. And then once I go battery off, it will kill the sim. All right, yeah, that was just stupid. It's so like I said, I have the old database from 2020, so I really can't. I don't have all the waypoints, so I got to figure some way to update that. I really don't want to pay another $10 to update it, and it's like, you know, I got to pay for the whole thing, so that's annoying. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's an annual thing. You can buy it annually. You can buy it monthly. It's not worth it to me to do it right now. Maybe I'll change my mind at some point. I don't know. But like, I'm not missing that much. The ATC is gonna suck in game anyway because ATC is they didn't focus on ATC, so it does a bunch of stupid shit like that. You know, there's some gimmicks that I think are good. For example, it has live traffic. So the problem is this: let's say that airplane that landed, that's a real flight. I am not a real flight. So the problem is ATC, or the game puts a real flight on final where the real flight is. And then I'm already sequenced, but IRL, I'm really not there. So then you get the real plane next to a plane that's not actually there, IRL. And so you get a plane that passes me, the United, because in real life, that's probably when the United was landing. And so what the game should do is it's to say, okay, this plane is too close to the live plane, the person actually playing the game, and it should kill that flight so that it's not in the game. And it says, okay, this one's too close, get rid of that plane, and then I don't have to deal with that shit because, like, IRL, of course, they'd send the guy around me. They'd send the guy behind me around me for going too fast. And so they get rid of him. And, you know, so he would go, and then I would not, like, I'm not going to go missed and then spend another, it literally take me another 20 minutes to come back around. You know, take another 20 minutes to come back around to potentially have it happen again. So it was like, screw that shit. And you saw how the United got frozen on the runway. So likely what happened was the, you know, it lost the live traffic feed, and it just like, I don't know what to do next. So, not much to do about that. But alright guys, if you liked the video, make sure you go ahead and like the video. If you're new and enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye.